I watched this video by Durnil where he tries to beat domination as China, and let's just say it really doesn't go well. So let's just go for this video. Let's see how badly it plays.
Here we go, China. Can I do it? So
I already know how badly it plays, by the way.
GDP, so we have to catch the U.S. It definitely can be
it.
done, but for me to actually win this game, I'm going to have to take over the United States.
Yes.
And that will definitely not be fun. That's going to have to be the last challenge, but if we do that, we're basically going to win. The
Yeah.
pathway to victory here has to be probably South Korea, Japan, India, and then the United States. I'll take Russia if I can. This is down
just in general, being very opportunistic. If a country's weak, generally it's a good idea to take them. If Russia gets weak, great. If India gets weak, even better. India is really the dream country, as if you're China, doubles your population. China's also a great get too.
line though, initially I'm probably going to attack Central.
But really, as China, you might have issues keeping your GDP per capita down.
Asia, and then probably
because it starts off decently, but it does increase.
You'll slowly regain strength.
Generally, as China, you want to attack like Southeastern Asia, and then go into Central Africa.
I don't really know what the world's going to do. Every game of domination is a little bit different. I'm also going to have to try to win this economic game as a
Okay, here I would take down planned economy completely. Those bars in the budget section, you are never maxing out. Take this down completely, because with communism you have a defect called economic stagnation, so it's really useful to have this down to zero. Planned economy is probably the most useless buff in the entire game, because it literally does nothing to anyone who has ever lived on Earth. And call to arms I would take down a slight bit, but if I was China personally, I would, well, probably just become democracy if I was in Domination 3.1, like the newest version. But since Drew's playing the old version, I would switch to an autocracy and invest in a tiny bit of paramilitary and get a bit into martial law.
Yes, so I'm a little bit worried about that. I've never done that before. I actually just won my first game of divination as the U.S. not even that long ago. We can recruit...
Well done, you actually played quite well there, I think.
Quite the army.
But you know, it is, why are you recruiting commanders first? There's no need. You have enough. You start out with so many as China. As China, personally, I would just go into, like, buying an alliance. And getting some more tanks and rockets.
Is absolutely insane. Alright, I'm gonna go 200,000.
In this version, you can be very reckless with your alliances. Just like get an alliance with the USA even. Your exchange rate will thank you for that.
We're China. That's literally our biggest advantage.
You don't need this many at all. He does not, as you can see, he does not need. Like, okay, maybe he could recruit the extra 200,000 gunners. I think that would help, but I think you should invest all that money into tanks.
Such insane numbers, such an insane military. We just need to go crazy. I mean, it's inevitable that the U.S. will eventually declare war on me. We just don't want it to happen like too early. Another big issue for me is I don't have a lot of friends.
Well, if they declare war on you, just buy a peace treaty. It's usually quite cheap with the U.S. unless you end up getting an engagement with them.
So definitely people are going to come after
I would try getting an alliance first, honestly. As China yourself with no allies, just get an alliance with a big power. Like, India is always cheap, and the thing is, in this version, you can just betray your allies. Like, in this version, I just get alliances for literally just so I can walk through that territory.
Obviously, one of my biggest geopolitical rivals,
Sometimes
India.
I just get alliances for the heck of it. Like, why not?
Gotta watch them. We're gonna have the numbers on our side, but we certainly will not have the military equipment. I think I'm gonna try.
Well, probably because you are investing all of your money into commanders and gunners. Invest them into tanks and rockets.
To get people less pissed off at me and go for international aid here.
That's actually quite a good idea, because a lot of people as China end up attacking you. So I don't think this is bad. Personally, what I would do is get 2 levels of combat training, 3 levels of reactive armor, and keep that 5k for economic research to get that 10% discount, and then you can start working your way through the economic tree.
Money to people, even though I'm also.
But it's definitely not a bad idea at all to like start if you get 1 level of international aid, get 2 levels of combat training, 2 levels of reactive armor, and then you can keep the rest for what was it called? Economic research discount.
Killing a lot of people. It evens out, kind of. And since we have so many infantry troops, I'm going all in on combat training.
Never max out these bars. Never. The last level of combat training gives you like 0.8%, I'm pretty sure. There is no point maxing out these bars. What I used to do is I used to get 3 levels of combat training, 3 levels of reactive armor, but generally you only want 2 levels of combat training because those 3rd and 4th levels don't really do much.
Training, so we'll kind of see how both those things go together. But the good thing is China is that we border 14 different nations across the world, so there's lots of options, especially.
Well, in this game you can attack literally any country in the world as long as you are connected to the ocean and they are also connected to the ocean. And all you have
not even too far of options to go after. The Chinese AI loves to go after Africa, but I don't really, I mean, I will. I think we always have to, but man, it's so tedious here. It'd be nice to do a different route.
Not really. This is China. You can literally just split your army in 2, go absolutely wild in Africa.
If I want to piss off the Russian AI, we will go after Central Asia, but again, like that's like de facto Russian territory. They see it that way anyway, since it's former Soviet Union territory.
Well, that doesn't matter because you can just buy a peace treaty with them. Russia is really cheap to buy a peace treaty with, and if you're really concerned about that being really expensive, just buy an alliance with them.
Be slightly careful, but not too careful, because I do want to see kind of what happens geopolitically. If I see India start to fall, we want to eat all this up, even though as China we really don't necessarily need that much more population.
I mean, you do. You want to keep down your GDP per capita. Very important to keep down. Makes your troops way cheaper. Why that is the case, we will not get into.
It does have better birth rates, though, and of course there's economic, there's economic pockets here.
I'll give you a clue.
The U.S. is after Iran.
India also does have a great economy. No matter what country you're playing as, you always want to get India.
Did they start it off at war with Iran? Are they at war? Why is there still no breaking news? Gotta admit, I'm feeling a little
Well, it's probably because you have the game on the lowest speed possible, and it's been going for like 5 days.
Nervous. I mean, I'm actually trying to win. I'm not just trying to have like a regular game here as China. So if we see the U.S. AI start to just snowball and go after all of this, we're gonna be in trouble. I really don't want to.
Well, if they actually start doing that, that's probably a good thing, because the entire world's gonna be mad at them, and they're probably going to be quite weak.
See an aggressive United States player here, so we're gonna be able to train troops really quickly. I love that call to arms. Severe.
Yeah, that seems like a good amount of call to arms. Generally, in the newer version, you want to max those bars out a bit. But in this version, you don't really want to. I don't really see that happening as much.
Guyana was just defeated. Venezuela is actually a potential friend that I have, or are they a friend?
Well, Venezuela is very useful, considering they're literally being attacked by Russia.
To crash out right now. It's gonna be 2026. There's been 1 war. What's going on? This is freaky. Why is the world not doing anything? Oh wow, Malta's declared war on Monaco. What a crazy 2 powerhouses those are. I mean, I'm just gonna keep on recruiting.
Why do you care? It doesn't affect you.
Okay, Nepal's declared war on India. I'm gonna try to take some of that. Oh boy.
Yeah, fair enough. It's not very useful land. I would honestly, you'd probably be better off going into Africa, so you don't annoy the Indians too much.
Okay, so
I mean, again, it doesn't matter because you can get a peace treaty with India for really cheap. The only countries that you really want to avoid getting into a war with is a European country. Those are so annoying with buying peace treaties with. It's actually insane.
India. We probably won't even get there in time to take any of this stuff. There we go. Okay, finally. Israel's declared war on Syria. Okay, we're gonna have a crazy India. And also a crazy Israel.
They've attacked 2 countries. It's really not that bad.
Okay, there goes Russia. Now everyone wants to declare war. Mongolia's gonna be mad at me for this. Or sorry, I'm gonna attack Mongolia, I think, because I'm not gonna get to these countries in time. Turkey's gonna be mad at me for this, and then maybe Kyrgyzstan, possibly. So very scary.
Oh no! Kyrgyzstan! Oh no!
India so far. Is someone attacking Mongolia? Okay, yes. We need to
I should make sure
clean
I
Mongolia and then go
I
after
wasn't
Kazakhstan
completely
next.
sure.
Or maybe we don't even do that. You know, I'm gonna split them up. We have definitely the military to be able to do this. Everyone's going after Malta. Look at what Israel's already done. That's crazy. We just started a game. Okay, so Israel's pissed off the entire Arab world, Islamic world, in fact. That's interesting.
Oh, I never would have known.
Russia's also being very, very aggressive. Here we go. We're going after Mongolia. It's going to be extremely easy.
Russia usually plays aggressively, but that's usually a good thing. So you can, they end up just weakening their army. As Europe, if you're a European power, you can take Russia so easily. It's actually insane. Because you'll just have the entirety of NATO defend you. Like, if you're Poland, what you want to do is grab Belarus, and then you can attack Kaliningrad, and then you can, when Russia comes to defend itself, run into NATO territory, and just let your allies do the work for you. It's literally that simple. Rinse and repeat, try and avoid losing too many troops, and you have India as, you have the entirety of Russia to yourself, as Poland. It's actually unbelievably easy. Pretty sure you can do the same thing for Ukraine too. I mean, you can do the same thing with, like, oh my god, that was a mistake. You can do the same thing with, like, any European, with Ukraine, or even any European country.
Gonna be mad at me for this? Or sorry, I'm gonna attack Mongolia. I'm gonna split them up. We have definitely the military to be able to do this. Everyone's going after Malta. Look at what.
Everyone's going after Malta. Wow, crazy development. It's almost like it's a free get.
In fact, that's interesting. Russia's also being very, very aggressive. Here we go. We're going after Mongolia at all. And yes, Turkey did.
Yeah, you're not. That's why you should go into Africa.
In fact, declare war on me. So did Azerbaijan. Too far away from Azerbaijan, though. Oh man, yeah. Russia's trying to get all Central Asia.
Generally, what you in the newer version, what I've found useful is like kind of creating a land bridge for yourself for Africa. Like just attacking. If you attack Tanzania, then the DRC, then you... actually, what I would do in any version of domination, no matter what, is attack Tanzania and the DRC. Tanzania is a hidden gem. And the DRC is... It might look strong, but it really isn't. All they have are commandos. And Tanzania is way too easy. You can literally split your army in half, get both of those easy.
Russia's going crazy. I don't think I have to really do much against Russia. Inevitably, I think Russia kills himself. So then taking all of this isn't really a big deal. I can get it with time. It's just a matter of time before Europe goes after Russia and probably takes them down.
Well, so far, that's looking very likely, considering they've gone to war with Turkey.
Okay, well, I don't want all this stuff to keep... I mean, I kind of want some of it. How badly is the Russian military doing? Russian military is still pretty strong. Dan has declared war on Indonesia. That's weird. Indonesia's declared war.
Well, why wouldn't they? Indonesia's a really good get. They have a massive population, quite a good GP, more than you think. Especially on the island of Java. If you have a weak army, and you don't want to waste all of it defeating rebels, just get Java. And then you can peace out and come back to the rest of it.
Kind of, allied to the Western world. I would love. I just want to take over Australia. I've never done it before in this game. We might just
generally, Australia is quite out of the way. So there's not really much of a point to getting it. Yeah, Australia is very usually forgotten for everyone who's ever played domination.
But they probably wanted it. We're about to take out Mongolia.
Like usually in a game, you only attack Australia if you're like, oh well, China's attacking Australia. I guess I'll try and get as much of that as I can, because what else am I gonna do?
I think Tajikistan's gonna be next to split these troops up again because I want Afghanistan. How many people are attacking?
Oh, Afghanistan, you're really gonna want that.
Africa.
You know, it's 0 GP, almost 0 population. You're really going to want that. Why is it double clicked to exit out full speed?
The US isn't doing anything. That's great news. Like an imperialist United States that was just taking over a bunch of land. I don't know if we'd be able to catch them. Actually, didn't even check.
Well, you don't necessarily need to catch them. Like, if they start pulling ahead, that's not really much of a concern. Like, of course, they get to like a 96%. That's like, oh my god, they're gonna win. That very rarely happens.
Pakistan had any allies. I was just kind of hoping they didn't. Luckily, they did not. Okay, Mongolia's done. Okay, so we've kind of formed like a Qing China already. Afghanistan has basically nothing, so I'm probably going to go after them. Also, the world doesn't even like
Well, I don't
Afghanistan.
remember the Qing Dynasty being very communist and also existing in the year 2027.
And obviously, they don't like me too, though. That's the thing. I might be lower on their list, the world's list of people they like. Now, the only, again, I'm just kind of.
Well, the thing is, everyone hates Russia. As soon as he's talking about Russia, I don't
we
really
are
know.
technically more powerful than India, but if we find ourselves in a war with both, India and Russia, and maybe just throw in the U.S. and Japan, well, yeah, we're going to lose. There's going to have to be a massive.
No! Imagine in a case where you're a big country, but you're also at war with like the most powerful country in the world. I could only imagine you losing that war. It's almost like a bunch of countries ganging up on you will be more powerful than you. Oh, wow!
Coalition like pretty soon in order for us to lose this game. Well, I mean to get destroyed. I can definitely lose this game. It's likely. I really want to see Pakistan and India get into it. I would of course try to support Pakistan, but I also wouldn't mind eating Pakistan if I need to. Oh, Russia's now.
Pakistan's actually a really good get. They have a massive population and condensed into an area not too big. Slight annoyance to fighting them though, they are very mountainous, so it will take a while. Which about Afghanistan and Pakistan is a really easy get. I think if you're China, getting Afghanistan is actually really good because you can get an easy front into Pakistan instead of having to push up through here. You can just divide your army across here.
Afghanistan. Well, then I'll just steal this away from you guys. Russia's scary, not too scary, but they're scary. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna just try to steal this away from you guys. We might.
Well, you can tell if they're at war with you because of like what their army looks like, and then
we might find ourselves in a war with Russia. United Kingdom's declared war in the Congo, so people.
If I was you, I would ally with Russia.
Went after Africa.
Like you're helping them out with countries that they want to attack. Like you're probably best friends with them right now. It's a really great idea to ally with them.
I want all this. I would ideally, I'd like to touch Iran so that I can go after Iran too. That's
Ooh.
definitely not going to happen though. We probably need to start sending things over to Africa now. We don't need everything, but I'll probably send some troops. We need to be all around the world eating stuff. For now, I'm going to send this.
I mean, not really. I was about to say it's already a problem here, but actually, it doesn't seem like it. If their army's spent to 3, this one's got like 7,000 tanks.
Forces down here. Oh, we need to think about attacking Laos and Southeast Asia. That's typically what the Chinese AI likes to do.
I mean, fair enough. Yeah, you may as well.
This war is
They're
pretty
weak.
much won. I'm gonna go.
Generally, you want to go after Africa, like very first thing.
We're gonna need to fight like on 4 different fronts all at the same time. That's what's gonna make this scenario pretty interesting. With the U.S., you have so many allies that there's a lot of places you can't even really attack. I mean, you can, but it would be dumb. I forgot that Papua New Guinea is still here. Taking out Singapore might be a little bit too big. Like people might get kind of really mad at that. Also, Singapore has a pretty strong force. I could definitely take out Thailand.
Yeah, Singapore is very strong. People don't really care though.
Taiwan, but that would just be like obviously an emotional.
In general, in terms of diplomacy in this game, it is literally all or nothing.
Spiritual happiness. Madagascar would be a nice jumping off point. It'd be our headquarters in Africa. What y'all doing, India? Oh, India took over Cambodia.
I mean, you could just hang out in the ocean. You don't really need a headquarters, really. I think a good idea in this game would be like having military bases around the world. So for example, you could spawn troops at a different location instead of your capital, because moving troops over can be annoying. So for example, if Drew here took out Madagascar, the idea is that you would, spawn troops at Madagascar, but unfortunately that's nothing. But it would be cool. Okay. Maybe it would be oh my god, it's starting to annoy me.
I think Russia might be stopping their attack on Afghanistan, which means that I might be able to get to Iran, which is my goal. Oh, maybe not.
Well, you could get to Iran anyway through the ocean.
Okay, so chaos in Europe. Why would Russia declare? What doesn't matter? Let Russia get distracted. Man, Russia's a big Russia. That'd be nice to take over all this. This is a particularly big Russia. I want Madagascar. That is very.
Russia
important.
usually gets that big. Usually they get quite big.
The U.S. is going after the Congo. That's a lot of new territory for them. But like India. Ooh.
It's not very valuable territory, really. But actually, the Congo is probably, again, attack the Congo. Attack the Congo. It's one of the best targets in this game.
Okay, something's happening here. Good, good. Venezuela versus Laos. That's gonna be great when I start heading over.
Ah, yes, the great country of Venezuela. It's dumb Americans.
But what is India doing? We're going after Madagascar. Let's watch as okay, India is now attacking Laos. Laos is going down. We absolutely cannot attack India.
Well, I wonder why one of the weakest countries in the world that get attacked, basically frame 1 is going down.
Time soon.
I never
India's
would have
actually
guessed.
just leaving. They know they're too late. Oh man, we're not gonna get to Iran. Well, at least we're gonna get picking up
Well, you
Madagascar.
can get through the ocean.
There's a bunch in East Africa that I can pick up. I could definitely take out Australia, but do I?
And you want to go through the ocean in this game. It's the fastest in this version of the
We
game.
somehow do border Iran. That's crazy. I can't believe we did that.
It's not like that matters. Like, let's be real here. You are going... Also, you're at war with Turkey. Please, for the love of everything holy, peace out with
just down to
them.
Africa, I guess. Going after Myanmar. We're taking out
Turkey is generally quite cheap.
Madagascar. US is engaged in Africa. That's
The only countries that are expensive are, like, the ones in Europe who are
It's kind of a
assholes for no
tough war in
reason.
the very beginning. I mean, once we take them out, we need to go and take all this stuff. There it is. That wasn't that difficult. Australia doesn't provide us with too much economic power. I would like it, but we'll have to probably declare war on
Actually, New Zealand isn't bad. They probably have a decent GP. I never end up attacking them though. I literally never end up attacking them.
Russia's gonna be a huge thorn in our side. Okay, we have to attack.
I mean, you can get an alliance with them if you head to the alliance treaty button. If you go into actions, you can click on alliance. I'm gonna put you here so we can pay attention to his troops a bit more.
I just need to get into
Because
concepts.
you're going
We're
to
gonna
want
get
to
locked
do
out if
that
I'm not
later.
careful. We probably need to go after Bangladesh. Okay, we're going to Namibia. Very aggressive Russia. I need to wait for NATO to declare war on Russia, then we can eat up all this stuff. Yeah, we're getting
In
locked out.
theory, you could just bait NATO into attacking Russia for you. If you allied yourself with like all the major NATO powers, attacked Russia yourself, they will come and defend you, and you can just go and attack Russia.
The Russian
And what would help with that is a democratic solidarity, which you get through the which you get through the democratic.
are still here. The US is over here. I think
Attack
we wanna
Tanzania! You missed your chance on like one of the easiest targets in the game. You missed your chance with the Congo.
go Angola next, but Angola will not be that easy to defeat.
I mean, they are. All they have are gunners who aren't very gun defense and commandos.
Poland sound alliance with Brazil. That's odd. What you doing, India? Is you
I
going
mean, Brazil's actually quite a nice ally to have.
after Thailand? Thailand's powerful. I don't like that Namibia or that the
Yes, the great country of Namibia. Dumb Americans.
Bangladesh kind of took a lot of my coastal land. India doesn't like Bangladesh.
Well,
Nowhere
it's almost like you have all this coastal land here.
like Bangladesh. Okay, I'm going after them. I've got another division back this.
It actually won't be that bad to get them.
No, we just let India take over Taiwan. That's
No!
That super sucks. I might not be playing aggressively enough. I
Hang
actually
on,
might be letting
being
the
an
time go
absolute
by too
arse
fast
there.
as China. We probably need to be, stretched out thin. 5 different like.
No, you don't. You're really not in as much of a rush as you think you are. You are not in a race against time.
Different invasions going on all over the place. Switzerland signed an alliance with Brazil. Uruguay's declared war on Russia.
I mean, in general, just have your army like split in two. Like, one in Africa, one getting some easy countries in Asia.
Just desperately need more of Africa. I can't believe I let India.
Yeah, that's why you should have attacked them at the start of the game when Africa was free. Now, like, everyone's attacking them, and now you want to attack them too? Because everyone else is doing it? So you're gonna get, like, way less out of it?
We're gonna take Bangladesh from them. With this random force, let's just take out Papua New Guinea finally. I don't know why you guys allowed all this mess to take place. In terms of the race with the US, not much has changed economically. There's still too many.
Well, that's because you haven't attacked anyone with a good economy. And that's not a problem. You don't have to focus on how good your economy is. And actually, you've done quite a good job so far. You've gotten your GDP per capita down. And, you've increased a bit in your economy. You haven't done badly.
war. The U.S. might come to war with me because they're...
Yes, they just have, by the way. It is probably a good idea to buy a peace treaty with them.
Not liking all
No,
the
just
power
throwing something out there.
I'm taking away from them in Africa, but then again, there's also India here, and Russia.
Have you not noticed the troops just fighting them? Are you actually blind?
And we've got all sorts of great powers racing for things. Russia's declared war on Niger. We're going to clean up Papua New Guinea. We can probably defeat Vietnam. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to go here. I'm going to take a chance. I mean, it won't be... Oh, we didn't even finish up Bangladesh. Kind of noticing some of my troop count is getting a little bit low. There's a lot of European powers getting strong. Like Germany and Portugal, they're attacking all sorts of different random colonies. Maybe I'll wait to attack Vietnam once we take out Papua New Guinea. India's declared war on Liberia.
Yeah, you know, Papua New Guinea, it's gonna win you the game, this. They contain 60% of the world's economy. Actually, funny story, once I was playing as Canada, and the game went on for like 300,000 in-game days, because like nothing happened the whole game. I was being very cautious as well, and I was always having an issue with me having very low economic growth compared to everyone else. So I just end up losing percentage throughout the entire game. And it got to a point where Ethiopia had 60% of the world's economy. And they literally done nothing. They had their like day one borders. It was absolutely insane.
Reinforcements down here.
But it did mean it was very easy. But in that game as Canada, I kind of just like took the opportunity and got like 100,000 tanks. Probably the world record for the amount of tanks in this game.
Oh, who am I at war with? A bunch of India. Oh, I'm at war with the U.S. Oh, I did not notice that. Okay.
Peace out with them! They're gonna destroy you! Peace out!
Well, everything's off. Okay, I figured that was gonna happen. I don't really want to be at war with
Yeah,
Russia.
of course it was, but it's almost like you can get a peace treaty with them.
Can try to steal away territory
Well,
from
I'm
the
getting
US
some
now. I guess who cares? India's declared war on New Zealand. That's interesting.
It's like
oh boy, okay, so now
actively
India's at
annoying
war with the
me.
US.
This is taking
India's
years
at-
off my
they're
life.
Allied to Mexico. Just want to make sure I'm taking all this stuff. I need to be very careful. Papua New Guinea almost done. Am I being too hesitant to pull the trigger on some of these places? Possibly. Still not growing much at all in terms of economic power. America's got a strong military. Oh wow, so Russia's at war with pretty much everybody. They haven't released their
Yeah, but they're not actively
military
fighting.
yet. In India are weirdly kind of cool. Yeah, way too many strong militaries on the map. That's definitely enough to take on Vietnam.
So build up yourself.
you don't really need
Get some tanks and rockets.
population, but we're gonna get it. We'll attack the south of Vietnam here. And we just need to start getting stuff. No one's gonna.
I mean, not really. I'm not in a rush. Oh my.
Me for this, but it's going to be a deadly fight. Well, hopefully because we're just outnumbering them, we're also like fighting. We've got good fighting capabilities. Yeah, pretty easy. We took them down, but at what cost? We'll see. I'm gonna eat these little troops. Maybe go after Uganda next. Oh, I can go after the Congo too. Get all that. We could.
Yes, go after the Congo.
Rwanda's gone. You want Uganda?
They have
but
a
the
high
Congo's gonna be better.
population.
We might
You should
need some
go
U.S.
after
troops
them.
somewhere in Africa, which would be
No,
kind of a
sarcasm.
scary
I know it sounds
problem.
sarcastic,
Mexico's
but
being
I'm
aggressive
being
to
serious.
keep up with all the world events that's going on right now. Oh, we defeated Vietnam. I think I'm going Malaysia. They're actually a little bit easier than Thailand. So far, so good. But again, we still. This is still all the pre-stuff. This is all the pre-fighting before the big powers begin to go at it. We're just gaining.
Oh, so this is like the you know, this is like all the warm-up rounds before the big fight. You know, like you haven't massacred entire villages, taken country's homeland. You haven't done any of that. Like, no, that all means nothing.
For now. And yeah, once I guess we could attack Singapore next after Malaysia.
I thought that
just
joke would
because,
work way better than it actually
I was only
turned
afraid
out.
of going to war with the U.S. this early, but we already are at war with the U.S. It's not a big deal. Let's do all this stuff from there. I might go Angola next. Okay, so we still ended up being a
amount
pretty
of
big force
notifications
in
I'm
Africa.
getting right
That's
now,
cool.
so
But did India still Burundi? Man, where's Indonesia on this list?
Yes,
of,
I know over some
powers?
flights
They're like
uploaded.
16. They're kind of far
I
down
will
there.
watch
Still,
it.
They're not quite as powerful as I expected them to be at this point. Do I need to eventually send some reinforcements to Africa?
Thanks for
I think
telling
we
me.
will. Okay, so whatever I have building back at home, these are probably go. They're dedicated to Africa. The Portuguese are going to try to steal some of this away from me. I don't like.
Well, it's alright. Good force be dedicated to Africa with 80 tanks and 20 rockets.
having like 5 different divisions.
It's
like we do.
almost like if you spend all your money on one thing, you're not going to be able to spend it on everything else. I'm surprised this guy in real life hasn't spent all his money on like buying the new iPhone every year and then was like, oh, I don't have anything for rent. Oh. Ah.
We don't probably have to do that anymore. I mean, that's a good thing or a bad thing. We don't have to keep everything all divided anymore, but at the very beginning, I should have probably went crazy by declaring just so many wars. You guys go to Uganda, you guys go to Car. Portugal stole a bunch of this from us. Good. Singapore's got no friends. I'm going after them next. And I actually have a bunch of colonies all around the world. We're going to have to chase around and get all that.
Filming
India
of
and
it,
South
I
America, that's crazy. My
can't.
goodness, that was bloody. But I think it's going to be worth it because there's so much GDP out of Singapore. Is that all they had? I thought they had stuff all around the world. Oh, yeah, we did defeat them. Yeah, I don't want to send. That's not enough for the continual wars that I continue to go for. I can't even talk right now. This game's hard to talk and play at the same time. I just want to say.
Not really. There's literally a pause button.
He's declared war on Russia. Oh boy. Okay, so we have to keep stuff back.
This is good. This is good. Build up troops. This is your time. Build up troops. Attack Russia.
Because if Russia starts to collapse here, we gotta eat that up. Germany's declared, okay, we actually need to, we need to get ready for this. And I want to get as close to Western Russia as I
Well,
can.
it's almost like there's an ocean you can go through. If only you can move your troops up here. Push down, divide. No. I am not.
Because Eastern Russia doesn't provide us that much strength. People attacking South. There's a bunch of Europeans. Everyone's attacking South America. It's so strange. And try to get double help here in Angola. We probably need to leave Africa at some point. It's not really providing us that much. Russia's gonna be way more important. If we can get the Russian player out, that would be huge. The thing is, are the Europeans actually mobilizing? We don't know yet. I can't tell. Wouldn't mind sniping this American force here. Brazil style engaging.
Well, that would be an awful idea because that would make a peace treaty like 10 times more expensive.
For Chile, my only fear about this unit is that we're going up against Russian tanks, which would there'd be 6,000 of those. I mean, I guess I can bring this force back from Africa if we. I mean, we'll definitely devastate the Russian military, that's for sure. But will we have an army standing really to take all of Russia after that? That's the question. Okay, time's up. Let's do
Well,
this.
that's why you build up troops.
Is they might also be coming after and trying.
Well, if they do that, you can't just like run away. Might be hard for all those mountains there, but you know. It's almost like you should have attacked from up here.
To mess with our African colonies. Was Japan finally doing something? Cuba's declared. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, Japan is generally quite passive in this game.
It's just Cuba. Okay, so here we go. Here's the battle. Now I've got 1.3 million infantry Chinese. Is this their whole division? Yeah, that's pretty much their whole military. Let's watch it. Oh my goodness. We're going to win, but as I thought, we're going to get devastated. Okay, so we've taken.
Well, it's almost like you could have like run away or something.
We need backup fast. I might send the. Oh, we have to beat Chad. Get done with Chad, and then I'm sending you guys up. It's really all the revolts. That's gonna be the problem. But I gotta take this stuff as quick as possible. Here we go. Okay, so Ukraine's gonna try to take all that stuff, and they're probably gonna get the good stuff. Get that out of here. Finish the dang war. Come on, dog. You're taking a minute. Oh, am I at war with North Korea too? Oh man, this sucks. The Ukraine's getting so much of this. Okay, that's probably good enough. I'm gonna start taking at least parts. To Siberia. How are we doing against all these Russian revolts? That's the scary part. Hopefully the AI is just dumb and doesn't take like all of Russia. Now we'll be able to actually start to catch the US AI. Here go the Japanese. Okay, at least we're not in this by ourselves. We're gonna move through Iran territory. Thank you. Do I combine and take more of Russia? I think I'm gonna combine and take as much of Russia as possible. Hate moving through the mountains of Iran.
Then don't go for the west of Russia.
Well, we'll see what happens here. We'll be getting.
Yeah, generally not a bad idea. Other than an army going down there, you could probably do something else with that.
Going after lands all over the place. We're really going to devastate our military, so I got to make sure that I'm still building troops back at home.
Ah, yes, you're building so many troops of 150 tanks and 60 rockets.
The illusion of powers is the important thing. My military does not look all that great right now, to be honest. We just need to inflate these numbers somehow without losing too much. I mean, the big Russian revolts haven't even begun yet. I'm glad Ukraine stopped for. Oh my goodness! I should not have said that. I should not have said that. Okay, well, we're taking all this, and I don't know what my armies are getting devastated, but whatever. Okay, we're getting a lot of the good stuff. I might have to go to war with Ukraine. That's.
I mean, you can go to war with Ukraine.
I just want Ukraine.
Why?
Okay, nice. Russia is about to be defeated. These guys are.
But I would condense my forces for that.
Here, so I continue to look strong. We didn't really get that much economic power by taking them out. We're only at like 39% growth, whatever that percentage is. Okay, so I'm still cool.
Only, you know, it's not like the game's basically free from here if you had some patience.
Yeah, I love that I'm cool with India. Give me them Russian tanks. Give me all that. We really need the Russian military, like that equipment. That's what makes them so powerful. So who are we going with next? So 1.1, 1.1. We cannot attack the U.S. yet. I kind of want Ukraine just because I don't like that they took all that stuff from me. Are you gonna kill these guys or what? Oh, I might just wipe out Japan. Japan looks weak. I run the risk of pissing off Europe if I go after Ukraine. Very cool of India being cool with me. I guess we have a mutual enemy with the U.S. Nice. It's almost finally over.
You could not be enemies with them. Is that a good idea?
It's not moving much up in progress, so that is really good news. Russia's been defeated. Very nice. Okay, combine. I think I'm gonna do 2 different fronts. So we're gonna be at war with, I think, a couple nations here. Turkey could pose a problem.
Just like get a peace treaty.
I don't want to attack. Oh wait. Oh boy. Is everyone at war with me? Did I just accidentally attack a NATO country? No. As long as I don't enter Turkish territory.
He just said that he's trying to distract me. It's not working, bro.
This could be very risky. Me declaring
not
2
working.
at once, but I gotta keep it moving. We gotta go fast.
No, you don't. You don't have to go fast.
Smoke, to be honest. Ukraine was defeated. I'm at war with Turkey, but they're not gonna mess with me. Oh boy. Maybe they will. People. Oh, Luxembourg. Not big bad Luxembourg. Let's go. Go ham. I really did not need to declare war on Ukraine. I just decided to do it. Yeah, I'm not messing with the NATO countries, that's for sure. Oh, we just wiped out Poland. We will, of course, be having to fight the NATO countries once we start taking U.S. territory. Might as well just send these guys over to help with Japan. Once Japan's defeated, I can probably just eat a... Oh my god.
Yeah, don't go into South Korea.
Why is the South Korea so powerful?
Yes.
Nice.
The great country of the USA.
Nation to attack. I mean,
the new
land
is
like
in
allied to NATO, aren't
Asia.
they? Yeah, they got a lot of alliances. So
Right,
23,000 tanks the Americans have. That's crazy. I mean, I'm sure they're thinking we're crazy.
Oh yes, 23,000 tanks. I mean, you could have had 23,000 tanks if only you weren't spending all your money on commandos and gunners. You know, crazy.
Who's declaring war on Thailand? Gotta watch that. I want Thailand. Was Japan defeated? Oh, Japan's almost defeated. I'm just gonna go Thailand for the funny giggles. I think, okay, as long as we won that first battle, we're gonna be okay. Maybe Indonesia next? Why is South Korea so powerful? That's crazy. Japan's been defeated. Well, I'm at war
Then
with the
build up.
Philippines, apparently.
South Korea isn't that important of a target. Being realistic.
A lot of this stuff is not really helping me with the economic game, although we are getting
Yeah,
close to
look at this. This is the problem. This is the problem. Like, his guns and commanders look quite good. Yes! Stop trying to distract me, bro! Actually, leave! Okay, yeah, this is the problem. It's because he's kept these numbers up quite high with his money. But he's not spent nearly enough on these.
Percent here. Indonesia will definitely be nice. We wipe them out. Yeah, we wipe them out. We just gotta watch Iran.
Oh, it's gonna come with a phrase when you try and sneak in.
Enough to take out Iran back.
Not sure if that will
Slovakia signed a treaty with North Korea. That's weird. But do we have a friend? South Korea's declared war on the Philippines.
No, they've declared war on the Philippines. No.
But I wouldn't mind them grinding each other down. Why has North Korea not been declaring wars for me? Ooh, this is good. I want to see them grind each other down. Well, the South Koreans are going to take that easily. Did the Filipinos even put up with a fight? They still have a pretty strong military.
Well, if I was you, I'd buy a peace treaty with South Korea and get the rest of the Philippines.
Might steal a lot of Iran away from me. Oh, the South Koreans are also going to steal a lot of Iran away from me. We signed an alliance with. I don't know why.
I'm a legendary multitasker. Oh my god.
The South Korean military is insane. See if I can steal some of Iran away.
Then buy a peace treaty with them. Like, you could be friendly with them. You could buy an alliance with them even. Do it. I know you want to.
We've almost passed up the U.S. I like how South Korea currently has a stronger military. Oh wait, did you? No, I think that's a glitch. Yeah, they have 1.3 million infantry. I think South Korea has a stronger military than the U.S. right now. I mean, I guess I can combine my forces to oh man.
Not usually a hard thing in domination. I've literally caught up to U.S. and military power when I was in like third place economically.
Indonesia, though, I do appreciate that. I really think we're gonna have to focus on the South Koreans at this point. They're really annoying. We got a couple of alliances too, but I'm already at war with a lot of these. Yeah, I can't believe that the South Koreans are gonna grind me down. But we gotta do this to achieve victory. Let me just make sure that I'm like recruiting stuff right now, because we might look very weak in the eyes of the world to see how bad.
Well, it's almost like if you chilled out and built up some actual troops, you know, like more than 2,000 tanks and 700 rockets. It's almost like you would be more powerful. Oh my god.
terrible. Austria's declared war on me. The North Koreans need to back off. We'll just go ahead and split everything up. I freaking love India. Thank you, India. Oh my goodness, they're scary. I guess I love India. I have no other choice. They will utterly demolish me if they really wanted to, I think. We actually have not passed the U.S. in progress yet. Do not want to attack the NATO countries. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this. We are going to get demolished by the NATO countries.
He just told me to insert a phrase called, the revolution will not be televised. That is a phrase that my friend told me to insert. So now I will awkwardly insert that into my video.
We have to. We're so powerful. Can't go after India. They're too strong. NATO did not break apart, unfortunately. Finally, South Korea's been
defeated. He's gonna be first surprising. What was this?
We need a full send at the U.S. at this point. Well, actually, I've never taken Australia, so I might as well go take Australia.
I would recommend clicking on that army button there. You know. Wait. Yeah, I'd recommend clicking on that button. If
taking Australia, so I might as well go take Australia.
Because it might actually wield something.
Oh, the Americans are fighting me. I still want to believe that they don't want this smoke, though. I'm actually going.
Oh, the smoke of 2,000 tanks.
It was pretty economically powerful. A lot of the world's going to declare war on me, but we just need to kind of build up because I've got to attack all of NATO. Oh,
you do not have to attack all of them. Run away! Buy a peace treaty!
And we can defeat the U.S.
Oh, and you got destroyed! Oh, I wonder why. It's almost like if you bought a peace treaty.
Well, I just got smoked. The U.S. doesn't have anything, though. Well, now you're just tempting me to go after you, America. That's probably not enough. You still have 30,000 tanks. That's crazy. You don't even have enough people to drive all those tanks, I think. I'll take the chance.
Oh, yes. What is the USA population? USA population. Ah, yes. 350, almost a million people. They clearly don't have enough to drive 30,000 tanks.
I've never invaded the U.S. in this game. Let's see. We definitely have a bigger army. The problem is if all their allies come over. Also, another issue is if India attacks me right now, I'm dead. Right now, they're cool with me. So Brazil's got no troops. Okay, I'm just going to attack America because I want to see what happens.
That is the worst idea I've ever seen in my life. But at this point, why the hell not? He's played badly enough already.
Crazy. I've never even entered U.S. territory. I mean, I can
Does
probably.
bro forgone when he plays Canada?
Okay, we got smoked.
And you got smoked. Oh, wow. I never would have guessed.
What was that? We took a lot of their tanks. I'm gonna set my sights back on Brazil.
Oh, no. It's almost like if your army gets weak, someone will attack you. It's almost like you sent all your troops on a suicide mission against the USA. It's almost like if you didn't do that, you wouldn't have been attacked because you would have had powerful enough army. Oh, wow.
Ooh. I was so worried about India. I guess I should have been worried about Germany, and maybe I should have gotten an ally. Okay, well, I did just get an ally, and they stopped invading me, so that's cool. All right, needed an ally. Gotcha. At least I invaded Mexico. Or, sorry, the U.S.
Well, at least he learned how to buy an alliance this time, but, maybe he should learn how to purchase a peace treaty.
I mean, the thing is, as China, I could just rebuild. By the time my army gets here, I would have lost a lot. Well, the other problem
it's almost like, it's almost like you shouldn't have let your army get that weak in the first place. Like, if you want to fight the US, it has to be a decisive victory. You want at least 50 million firepower to spare. Okay, maybe not that much, like 25. But you want to win that battle decisively. You do not want it to be a coin flip. If it's not a coin flip, you are not powerful enough to take on the USA.
NATO, as soon as
that goes for any country, really. If it is not a guarantee, 100% chance you will win, do not attack.
Germany's territory.
Simple.
Well, we tried. We definitely had a good game as China.
I mean, if you call that a good game, your standards must be in, like, New Zealand or something. Well, Australia's actually land down under. But, wow, yeah, that was not great. But I guess because I used it in a video, I should probably give it a like. Oh yeah, congrats on 500,000 subscribers, by the way. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.